Welcome to this channel. The channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So today I like to share with you the true history of Wing Chun. All serious Wing Chuners need to know this, or else it is a disaster. So today I like to share with you the three evolutions of Wing Chun. Wing Chun is a Chinese martial art. We know it is recorded in 1850 Anti-Qing fine jet red book. And it goes through three evolution. Really clearly, we know what it is today. The first is the 1865 Pro-Qing red book era. That evolution there. The second evolution is 1900s Republic of China era of revolution. The third one is the 1960 Hong Kong era evolutions. This is historically very precise by evidence. Okay. Now, this is important. Why? Because since 1975, if you look at this Wing Chun versus Kyokushin, 1996, okay, versus Sambo, 2018, versus MMA. You actually can see the same thing, the same problem, the same mistake was made from 1975 to 2018 and to today. Well, if something broken, you don't fix it, it's always been there. So for past 50 years, it is there. 75 until today, year 2024. Now, the issue is Wing Chuners do not fix this. It go through the evolutions as one wish, but it never fix it. And you can see that in the history, you have this guy who is a Wing Chun, Shaolin Wing Chun guy, have his opinion on what is Wing Chun. You have this Shaolin Wing Chun meeting years ago, who have no idea what is Wing Chun, and talking about Wing Chun is from Shaolin Wing Chun. You have this presentations of the idea that Wing Chun could have root in Western boxing. You have this white crane grandmaster who questions about the Wing Chun. Okay, like Wing Chun and Wing Chun, it doesn't matter. Is it Wang Chun of this the eternal spring or pre-spring? It doesn't matter. Well, of course, it's looking down on the Wing Chun, right? Like Wing Chun is a bastard. You have Grandmaster Yip Man who stood up to clarify Wing Chun is Wing Chun. For past 50 years, it's like that. And then now you got people like this. The art of Ngmoi, White Crane Fujian, and Musun fuse two specific form of their perspective art and create the ancient single long set in 1790. Okay. And then at 1850, after the burning of King Wei Kun, give rise to the creations of Wing Chun after the burning of King Wei Kun, meaning after Wing Chun is not here, Wing Chun is created here after this burning. Okay. And it is White Crane and Ermei. And then here after the burning of King Wei Kun, give rise to the creations of Wing Chun Kun in the secret society. Sorry to say, this is completely nonsense in Chinese history. People have clueless on what it is and saying that the Yikam Xiu Lim Tao, which is the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao, is not Yikam Xiu Lim Tao, it's Xiu Lim Tao passed down by Yikam. Was formed in 1790. It's not really Wing Chun Kun. Is this guy alive in 1790? Have any evidence? Does he know what is it? As the name and three sets form of Wing Chun Kun came about in 1850, but yes, the ancient single long set predate that. Now, all this, sorry to say that, it is simply people's speculations without any proof. We don't even know about what the heck's going on with the real Chinese history and Wing Chun. Now, I'd like to share with you on this one thing. People today like to go to China or search for the Wing Chun history. Do you know that between 1966 to 1976, for 10 years, the Chinese culture in China is wiped out? How long is 10 years? For the 10 years, you can put your father and mother in jail or get them executed. You can put your grandfather or grandmother in jail or executed. You can destroy the entire thing of your family house where the people meet in the old Chinese family. You can destroy the entire thing in that 10 years. In Fatsan, China itself, you can see that it is a major, major destruction. People who live there, who have moved to America, will tell you exactly what it is. But will those people in China tell you? Not necessary, because it's still communist rule China today. So you want Wing Chun history? There are a lot of history of Wing Chun we know in America today. We have it in the United States of America in very details where the Chinese don't know. That's why I want to share this with you today. Why? Again, this is a culture like Japanese culture, Korean culture, Hispanic culture, Italian culture. I mean, nobody have right to screw those things around. No government, no political group have right to screw them around. Okay? So it's good that we in America we know this, and it's good that in America we support to protect all this culture. And now we need to protect it because it's not yours, it's not mine. It is what it is. I don't own it, you don't own it, but it belongs to everybody. Okay? So all this kind of thing, these people have no idea what it is. And now you face a serious problem in Wing Chun today. How serious is it? You got Chinese who have agenda to sell their lineage, making money. You have Westerner or foreigner who have agenda to make money. On the expense of what? On the expense of Chinese culture and on the expense of Wing Chun and on the expense of Wing Chuners in the West. Like we live in America, how will all those our fellow American know what is the truth? People trust, oh, this is from China, this is from Grandmaster this and Grandmaster that. But you know that all those things are fake. Okay? So there's a problem. Do we want our people learning nonsense, bullshit? And is that true? Is that okay that you're twisting things around the history? Like I just shared with you, read all those kind of things, which is I don't even want to read. Okay. Now, let's get into the details. First thing, we must know what happened in the 1850s anti-Qing fine jet raid boat. What happened? What happened there in the history? So, this is the Chinese writing. This is the Chinese writing on what happened in 1854. And so I make it really opening. I took that part and I Google translated. So every one of you can check on what it is in the record in the history. So in 1854, the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom and the Triads or the Anti-Qing Secret Society in Canton actually cooperate to do an uprising. Okay, this is 1854. And at that time, they are attacking the city of Guangzhou. Okay, you can read this, okay? And at that time, it is called the Hong Army Uprising. Okay, and you have about 1 million people involved in that. 1 million people participate in that. So 1854, at this time, that is what happened. Now, so it took 10 years. 10 years of that uprising and turbulent. That's the situations. Okay. I just put it here so that you'll be able to snapshot and read it. This is Chinese history. After that, the Qing win. So in order to escape the war and government's pursuit and killing, at that time, Qing government is going to kill anybody. Like it's going to kill If found out that you are the anti-Qing, they're going to kill you, your family, even your mother's family, and all kind of your uncle's family, those things. So here, in order to escape the war, okay, this is Chinese, this is English translation. The government pursuit and killing, they kill you massively. Okay, as large number of the tribe member originating from uh, this Donggun. This is all the Canton area and other place pour into Hong Kong, and Hong Kong become an important stronghold of the triad in South China. Okay, and many triad members also fled to Southeast Asia, America, and placed via Hong Kong, Japan too. Okay, as Chinese worker spreading the triad societies overseas or spreading the anti-Qing uh, secret society overseas. So this what happened in 1850. In 1850. Now, so how is this related to Wing Chun? Well, let's look into this. Okay, so let's look into this. So during the Hongbing or the Hong Army uprising in Guangdong, Li Manmao, the leader of Lightboat Cantonese opera troupe, and Chen Kai, the leader of Fasan Triad, raised the uprising flag on this Damo Mountain in Fasan. Li used the opera troupe athletes as the backbone to form the three army, the Wenfu, Mengfu, and Huihu, meaning the retreat tiger, the the fierce tiger, and the flying tiger. Now, that is belongs to the fine jet red boat, King Wa Wei Kun. And Wing Chun at that time belongs to the Wenhu or retreat tiger group of Li Manmao, which is from the King Wa Wei Kun or fine jet. So all these are triad. Wing Chun is belong to the group of the literate tiger, and Wing Chun is very particular. It is the martial arts of the male play female role in the red boat at that time. Okay, because at that time in China there are no such thing as female play female role at 1850. So hope that you clear on this part of the history. Okay, so clear on this part of the history. So Wing Chun belong to the group of the retreat tiger, and it is under Li Manmao. Under Li Manmao. And it is from the opera group of the sections of the male play female role. That's why Wing Chun is also named as the female art, 美人拳. Okay. Now that is here. Li Man Mao actually Li Mao actually started here. Okay, so this is what happened in 1854 at that Hongbing uprising. Okay, the Hongbing uprising. So you see this, the Hongbing uprising. So the Wing Chun ancestor is there. Okay, now, and of course, 10 years later, when all this uprising losses, Li Mao sacrificed in the uprising, and with many Wing Chun ancestor and the Fine Jet Opera ancestor, they died. Some of them just fled away. As here, we know that it fled to Southeast Asia, it fled to here in America. So those who fled to America, as we know today, this is in San Francisco, like the Qigong Tong, San Francisco. Okay, the Hongmen, Chinese Masons. Okay, this established 1880, and this is who they are from here, as what I have explained to you. Okay, in this thing. So you need to clear this is real people. Okay, it's not movies. Okay. Now, so later on, the anti-Qing, because they cannot stay in the China, as you can see that uh, in order to escape the war and government pursuit and killing, they come to America, they go to Southeast Asia, and they, of course, they grow, and later on, the Qigong Tong or the Hongmen are most recognized for their political support of Dr. Sun Yat-sen, who is considered the founding father of the Republic of China. Okay, so Dr. Sun Yat-sen began a campaign to overthrow the Manchu rules of Qing dynasty. In 1904, a meeting took place in Qigong Tong and Sun Yat-sen in Hawaii, and that's how they overthrown the Qing government, the Qing dynasty. So these people at 1850s, you know, our Wing Chun ancestor, they lost the uprising, but 60 years later in 1911, they support Sun Yat-sen, they successfully overthrown the Qing dynasty. That's real deal, okay? That's history. Now, we need to zoom in more on what happened in Fat San at that time, in this 1850, what happened. So this is in the newspaper and written by Mr. Deng Guangming. Deng Guangming is a researcher in the Chinese history. Okay, and he's very have a really high respect and reputations in Fat San. At that time, and in the 1851, there is Hongsheng Fat in Fat San. Okay, so that's where the Hongsheng Fat was formed. And then, however, here he said that at the end of the Qing dynasty, like 1860, 1865, 1870, until the end of the the Qing dynasty. Farsans at that time have what do you call that? The 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 how to say that, like the big boss, okay, the businessman who is a capitalist, the capitalist, okay, step in to influence Fatsan. At that time, the capitalists actually uh, work with the underground, the mafia society to control many martial art school, and they use those martial art school to suppress the people, and Trilevat is against it. So in the 1850s, the Trilevat is the anti-Qing. And then after that, even though the anti-Qing lost, Trilevat is still there. And at the end of the 1800, at that time, Fatsans have this capitalists, the rich people, and the mafia, not the mafia, the bad guy. They have controlled the martial art school, some martial art school, and then they use that to actually suppress the people, the worker. This is the truth. You need to know this. Okay. Now, so what is anything to do with Hongsheng Chai I say here? Because Hongsheng Chai is actually a martial art system which is fighting in the uprising, fighting for the people in the at the end of the Qing dynasty of the end of the 1800s, fighting the Japanese invasions, and they are the real martial arts school, which is actually in the war since the 1850s uprising. So it is an indicator of the Chinese history and the Chinese martial arts. Now, this is a page I'm going to share with you. Why Trilevat is mentioned here. So again, this is the Chinese part. This is this part. The English part, Google Translate. So in the first year, or in the 1851, Zhang Hongsheng, founder of Hongsheng Trilevat, he secretly met with Cantonese opera actor Li Man Mao and other organizations to gather volunteers for the different martial sections to support the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom rebellions against the Qing dynasty. So, Hongsheng Trilevat with Li Man Mao, remember here? The leader in the Fine Jet who lead the Wing Chun ancestor at that time too, actually, and Hongsheng Trilevat, they work together. They are the same group of people. They are the Hongmun. They are the anti-Qing. Okay? So if you want to know about what happened at that time, you can get from the history, like from the researcher and the history to know exactly what happened. Now, so over here, it is talking about the secret code of anti-Qing. The secret code of anti-Qing, okay? At that time, because they have they are all anti-Qing group or Hongmun group. They have the secret code of themselves. So Trilevat have their secret code. Wing Chun have their secret code because they all belong to their organizations, uprise to overthrow the Qing dynasty. While the Wing Chun is led by Lin and Mao, and this is Chai Fat is led by Jiang Hongsheng, but they are all the brothers. Now, all this information is from is provided by whom? Such as American Chai Fat Fraternity, South America Chai Fat Federation, Hongsheng Chai Fat, New York, USA, Venezuela Chinese Martial Art Federation, Venezuela, Chai Fat Federation, Venezuela, Chai Fat Hongsheng General Hall, all those things. Okay, you can see a lot. I just translate a few for you. So it's recorded here. Okay, it's recorded here by the Chai Fat people. They know their history, and there's a lot of people there. Okay, so Chai Fat and Wing Chun, actually they are brothers in the Anti-Qing. And Chai Fat actually is taught martial arts or the to the military, to the uprising military. Okay, over here. If you do a snapshot, you can go translate it. Who is there? What year? Is this clear? Now, this is the old the school rules. And if you look at number 6, it said endurance. Number 7, it said breathing. Okay? And it said that you need to train, but it just specifically tell you about endurance and breathing. This is how Hongsheng Chai Fat trained, 1850s. Now, so we know what happened in China, the real deal in 1850. We know who Wing Chun is. And it's lucky enough that what was brought to Malaysia, remember the cultural evolution and all this triad and everything go to Southeast Asia, brought to America and so forth. We have the Wing Chun 1850s. We have the writing. Okay. We have the writing. And we know in the writing, they have the anti-Qing secret code, like the Hongsheng Chai Fat. We know that Wing Chun is from Shaolin Short Strike and General Qi Ji Guang. We know how the Mei Zhuang involved in. We know there are mix of Fujian white cranes techniques there, but this is not the major. The major is the Shaolin Short Strike. So because of this, we can probe into using the Chinese rule of you just have to find out where all this thing is written from in the previous classic, Chinese classic, and you know all this thing. And so this is the Wing Chun salutations. Okay, the female salutations. These salutations. This is the Chai Fat salutations. And the code of the Anti-Qing, the Hong Moon. which we call Gua Pai. This is the the uh, the Wing Chun at 1850, and this is the document in San Francisco in the 1800s. We can check into. They are consistent, so we know Wing Chun, Chai Lei Fat, they are all supporting the uprising. And we know what happened here with the martial arts and so forth. Okay? We know that like this is the Hong Moon. We know that this is even get into General Qi Guang. Okay, you see this? We know that in this 1850s Wing Chun riding, the Bong Sao, wing elbow bend waist, visit the opponent underflow, is from 1850 General Qi Guang. Okay, look at your Bong Sao. And you look at these words, the bending or the reverse. This is called reverse phoenix elbow. You see, it's still using the same reverse, but I call it Bong elbow. We know very clearly what it is. We in America know this. We spend decades to track all this thing down. Okay? So 1850 Wing Chun, we know it is Shaolin short strike. We know it is have some made for body conditioning. We know it have some white crane. We know it's belong to the Hong Moon. Like in America today, it is Chinese Freemasons. We know they are brother art of Chai Lei Fat in the uprising. We know it have component of General Qi Guang's 1560s, like Bong Sao, you know. So where is Bong Sao come from? You have to be able to very specifically point it out where it is. No BS, no saying Shaolin, Mui, Jisim. I mean, come on. Do you see any in the history of the Shaolin, Jisim, Mui, all those things? Or the Southern Shaolin? That's the reality, okay? And as what I pointed out just now, the Tri-Lei-Fat, you want to fight, you better have your stamina trained, your breathing trained, okay? Now, so we also know that this Shaolin short strike is actually evolved from General Qi Guang. So we know that the Anti-Qing is using the Ming Dynasty military and the Shaolin of the Ming Dynasty, not today's Shaolin, at that time Shaolin short strike, to develop Wing Chun, the fighting art, the uniqueness. Okay, so it is that clear. Now, one other thing is like the Wing Chun 1856.5 pole moment, this momentum. See, the 0.5 pole is a half point center spear secure the Taiping. Taiping means Taiping heavenly kingdom. If you look at that, you can see the same pattern with Hongsheng Chai Lei Fat. Okay, so Hongsheng Chai Lei Fat. Okay, there's a Ping Queen and Chong Queen taught by Hongsheng Chai Lei Fat, which means Taiping heavenly kingdom, Chang'an for 10,000 years, okay? And national peace and Hongqing Charlie Fat ritual poem saying that, saying all this, you know, like the big Hung bird spread its wing and others is the name of the Qing dynasty remain worshipping the five leg and four sea. This is all the anti-Qing, which already implied the forward revolving the Qing dynasty and restoring the Ming dynasty. I purposely go direct translate by Google, so I don't touch it. Go translate it. So all the signature in the Hongsheng Caliphate at that era, Wing Chun have it. You know where Wing Chun come. You know what Wing Chun is about. Okay? So that is what happened in the Anti-Qing Fine Jet Red Boat. All this is nonsense. Okay? Like Musun and White Crane and after the burning of King Hua Wei Kun, 1850s, after the burning of King Hua Wei Kun, give rise to creations of Wing Chun in the secret source. This is called bullshit. Okay, we know in the history of China, when the uh, the uprising lost, everybody fled to Southeast Asia, to America, to Japan, and so forth. Nobody stay there in China. Okay, have a secret society and create Wing Chun. This is saying that in 1850, after the burning of King Hua Wei Kun, meaning the fine jet, the loss of the uh, uh, the uprising, give rise to the creations of Wing Chun in the secret society. Sorry, at that time, secret society, the Hongmun is in the run to America, to Southeast Asia, like Malaysia and Japan. Not this bullshit, okay? And Wing Chun is not all this all this what do you call that? Yeah. So in the 1850 Xiu Lian Tao, which is passed down by Yi Gang, is not really Wing Chun Queen. It's completely bullshit. Which is are you daydreaming, creating whatever heck you like, or you want to follow the history? Okay. And I know it, of course, because I'm the descendant. I have the salutation. Like in my YouTube, I show the 2 weeks ago, I showed the salutations. You want to talk about I am the secret society, you better show the salutation which is matched with the Hongsheng Caliphate and match with the San Francisco Qigong Tong's writing. If you don't have that, I mean, you can make claim that you are the secret society and that, but come on. This is fake stuff, okay? Show what it is in details if you want to talk. So there's anti-Qing. Now we get into the 1865 Pro-Qing Red Book era. After the anti-Qing, as we know from the history, everybody fled because they lost. They fled to China, fled to Southeast Asia, like Malaysia, to America, to San Francisco, to Japan, in order to escape the war and the government's pursuit of killing. The Qing is going to kill you, okay, and your family. So at the time of 1865 era, which is already pro-Qing Red Book era, what happened? By history, that is the time of Wong Hua Po, San Gam, Dai Fa Ming Gam. It is at this era, okay? If you want to look into the Shaolin Wing Chun, it is at this Tang Bun era. Okay, this 1865 era, where the Chinese, the anti-Qing, the Hongmen all left. Because if they don't left, they don't hide out, they're going to get executed. So, so what happened after the Li Man Mao and everything lost, and King Hua Wei Kun get shut down, okay, and the opera in Canton get banned for 10 years or so. And at that time, in the 1860, they start to have another Cantonese Red Boat opera, Cantonese opera. And at that time, the opera is actually, opera member is negotiates with the Qing government, okay, to reopen the opera house and everything. But this is no longer the fine jet of King Hua Wei Kun. This is the start of the Ji-Qing Gongsuo, and then to today's the Eighth Harmony, Pak Wo Wei Kun. And Pak Wo Wei Kun, and those are actually the Qing support, the Qing government support. So this is the Qing support, 1865. Okay. So your Dai Fa Ming Gam, your Wang Hua Bo, all those Feng Xiu Qing, those are Qing support. They are pro-Qing, they are not anti-Qing. Okay. So we know it is not anti-Qing at all. And the Dai Fa Ming Gam student, Feng Xiu Qing, is working for the Qing government. Dai Fa Ming Gam have another student. Who is the author of the Snake Crane Wing Chun secret note. Okay, so this is Lord Taiwan, who is the student, the real student of the Dai Fa Ming Gam, who wrote this, make this note, and then have their Xiu Lin Tao writing. What? By records, Lord Taiwan is a Qing official. Okay? So you know, this group of people, they are working in the Qing or pro-Qing or Qing support opera. This is no longer the anti-Qing. Now, at that time, that is what happened. And if you look at the YouTube of the clarifications by the grandson of Lord Taiwan, the grandson of Lord Taiwan, or the student of Dai Fa Ming Gam, okay, Lord Jiu Wing, he clearly said it. What he know is only Dai Fa Ming Gam. He have no idea on what is prior to this. And so he is not going to make guessing or speculation. Now, he's a very respectable guy. You know, pro-Qing or non-pro-Qing is because of society, conditions, and everything. And Mr. Lord Taiwan's grandson say that they don't know. Okay, is you know, where is it the Wing Chun come from? But they do know only for Dai Fa Ming Gam. That's it. Stop there. Okay, because they are clear. You know, to be a real person, a real gentleman and scholar, you actually say what you know, not something you speculate, like not like all this nonsense. Not like this nonsense, not like this nonsense when you have no idea what it is and you just go speculate everything. So, you know that they are all from Qing. They have nothing to do with the anti-Qing fine jade. So snake crane Wing Chun have nothing to do with the 1850s Wing Chun or the anti-Qing Wing Chun. Okay? And guess what? It is here they create. No, who knows? It's Tai Fan Ming Gam or whoever at this time. They create the 3 sets of Wing Chun. They are using bit and piece of here. Like I showed for like here, the Biuji. Okay, this is 1850s Wing Chun. Okay, like Biuji is poison and like this feast issue from heart, but they just take fragment of thing, they creating their Wing Chun. Okay, so that Wing Chun, the Pro-Qing Wing Chun is not the Anti-Qing Wing Chun, even though they took some of the partial and bit and piece of the Anti-Qing Wing Chun, they create that. Okay, and for example, this is General Qi Ji Guang's Bong Sao. I mean, today's Wing Chun, you can see that. So they use the Bong Sao, but they don't know where it's from. Okay, so over here, and there's a writing here about their Xiu Lim Tao. This is only descriptions of motion. It got nothing to do with like in this 1850 writing where it tell you specifically what did this mean. Okay, what is the chi flow and breathing and everything. Remember at 1850 the Choi thought, hey man, this is for military action, for uprising. You have to train endurance, you have to train your breathing and so forth. So over here you have that. But in the 1860s, the second this evolutions where they create the Pro-Qing Wing Chun with the 3 sets, they no longer have that. Now, so we know they use the bit and piece of the 1850 to create this thing. Now, from here, we know clearly they no longer have whatever it is, the Shaolin short strike stuff. Like for example, today everybody talk about this plum flower footwork. But well, sorry, if you don't get this Shaolin classics, you will not know what is this really mean. And you will not know what is so-called sticking body short strike means. Like everybody talk about it today. Why? You don't have it here. And with these creations also, as I mentioned on the sticking body short strike, this thing, which I put in my video, my YouTube, sticking body short strike momentum combo. Because Qi Ji Guang, this is all momentum combo. Like today's, when you fight, is momentum combo. When this was created, momentum combo, sticking body, short strike. The body driving, how you drive your body, how you sing qi to dantian of your breathing. Okay, which is you have the types of training, including your strengthening endurance trainings, and in today's language, scientific, all this intra-abdominal pressure, and then all this fighting your VO2 max in today's, your zone 5 training, those things. There is no there. Yet it is in the 1850s. And yet you can see, you can check it, cross-reference with with Hongsheng Chua who train for the uprising. It is there, the endurance and the breathing, so forth. Okay. So that is what it is, the Wing Chun of 1860, the Pro-Qing Wing Chun. So this is an evolution. That is the first evolutions. The Anti-Qing go hiding in China so that they don't get killed, or they go to Malaysia, in Southeast Asia, or Indonesia, or they go to California, San Francisco. The Anti-Qing all, they just run away to build their next uprising, which is, so they support Sun Yat-sen in early 1900, and they successful take out the Qing government. So the real Wing Chun ancestor, it is the national hero of China who helped to take out the Qing dynasty. Sure, they sacrificed, they died. Like in the Hongsheng Chua, you can see people die, people sacrifice. But so, every revolution is like that in the world, isn't it? And yet this pro-Qing, they are working for the Qing, they are official. They are not this group of people. And the Wing Chun at that time is not the military training, like what you need here for the uprising. So that is the second, the first evolution. Okay, they lost all these things. We know it today. That's why I make those YouTube I just share with you. Now then it comes the second evolution in the Republic of China. After China, after Qing dynasty was overthrown, guess what? In the 1900, early 1900, there's another evolution. So yeah, by the way, all this what is missing, okay, the momentum combo, everything, and the breathing, everything, now is in my book, Recycling Wing Chun. You know, where you see the Shaolin and the General Qi Ji Guang and the Coding Wing Chun. It's there. And whatever taught by General Qi Ji Guang is in this. So I purposely wrote it here because every book have an ISBN number. It's stamped, it cast in stone. Nobody ever can twist this thing anymore. Okay? So all in detail is here. Now, in 1900, the early 1900s, in 1900, early 1900s, there's the evolutions in the Republic of China era. Guess what? The evolution start by Yun Kei-san. Yun Kei-san have the evolution. And so Yun Kei-san is using what? Is using the snake crane Wing Chuns as the base for his evolution. So Yun Kei-san is using this teaching, the 1860s 5 teaching, the second evolutions teaching, which is developed by Tai Fa Ming Kam, Hong Xiu-Sing, so forth, for his evolution, for the 3 sets and so forth. So that's where the, you can see today's 3 sets. and it influenced the Grandmaster Yip Man and so forth. Okay, so he is the leader for the evolutions. However, you need to be careful. This 1900 evolution, this 1900 evolutions, you have to be careful at one thing. Remember at the beginning, we say that 1850s uprising, the Chalifat joining in. And then over here it said that in Fatsan, at the end of the Qing dynasty, which is late 1800 and the early 1900, before the Republic of China started, where they overthrown the Qing dynasty. The capitalists and the what they call it, the 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 gang, I should say gang, okay? I should say gang. The gang is controlling the gang is controlling the I'm sorry if I just now say mafia group. It's not mafia group, it's gang. Okay. The translation for that, because I have to do it in the fly right now. So sorry, it's not mafia group as the beginning, it's the gang at that time. The gang and the anti-Qing, sorry, the gang and the capitalists has actually influenced or control the martial arts school, and then they use that to suppress the people. And of course, that get into that the Chalifat is against this thing. Okay. Now this is the evolutions of 1900s. Start by Yin Kei-san using the snake crane notes. Look closely what it is at that time. Look closely who they are. Are they still the anti-Qing and for the people, or who they are? So it's this. Because Yip Man's father served as captain transporting opium, the Yip family house was equal in fire during dispute with local residents. Yun Kei-san's father has had a close friendship with the Yip family, Yip Man's father. So he took the Yip family to the Yun family, asked Yip Man to follow his young son Yun Kei-san to practice swordsmanship, okay, which is your Wing Chun. Now, another thing. Take a snapshot. In the 1920s and 30s, Yun Kei-san often stay in the club, Opium Den, opened by Yao Zhai and Yao Lim on the streets. Yip Man once mentioned to some of his disciples that Yun Kei-san never officially follow the Zhou Sun and so forth. The point I want to brought this up is this, is the opium stuff. Okay, so you know that at late 1800 and 1900, the Wing Chuners is no longer belong to the anti-Qing and the people. It belongs to the capitalists. Okay, it belongs to the capitalists and the gang who, the martial arts school, who control the martial arts schools and suppress the people. So you don't surprise to hear about the fighting of Chai Lei Fat and Wing Chun. But that is not here. That is not the anti-Qing, like the Fine Jet, the Li Man Mao, the anti-Qing Wing Chun. It is at this time, the Pro-Qing Red Boat era and the Republic China era, they have turned into the Qing side and the capitalist side. They do opium. They are rich people. So they are already not on the people's side. This is reality. Okay? So how much this all this evolutions in the 1900? No. Well, what they get is only what the information's 1865 by the Pro-Qing people. They created. The source is that snake crane. The writing. It's got nothing to do with the full view of the 1850 military training. Okay, and as I point out, it no longer has a clear idea on what is going on with the plum flower footwork, the sticking body, short strike momentum combo, where the martial artists at that time in the 1850s is all combo. Look at Chai Lei Fat, it's all combo, momentum combo. Okay, those are what it is. So as I pointed out, your body driving, you need to drive your body, okay, and your breathing. But today's Wing Chun, which is based on the snake crane, you know, it's only have what? Hand techniques, leg techniques. It doesn't have momentum. It doesn't have body driving. It doesn't have breathing training. That's what it is. You get the straight line stuff, and as what you can see today, you can see in all those since the Kyokushin tournament 1975, 1996, 2018. Same thing. It doesn't have the momentum combo. It doesn't have the sticking body short strike type of characteristics. It doesn't have the breathing endurance training. Okay, so this is the characteristic. You have to fight this close. Watch my YouTube. Okay. That's what it is. And it doesn't have all this training. And of course, we know what Yin Kei-san's training is, their teaching is. Or the Yip Man, everybody follow his training, but we know what it is. Why? Because today we still can see Sang Nam, the Yin Kei-san student, playing Xiu Lim Tao. We know there's no breathing there. We know there's no momentum combo there. We know there is no body driving there. We know it doesn't have this thing. So there's the evolution. That's what it led to today's Wing Chun. Okay? Now, so that's what happened. In 1900, the evolution. Now again, another evolutions in 1970, Hong Kong era. Why? Of course, prior to 1970, they were already mixing boxing, mixing Tai Chi in Wing Chun in Hong Kong. But when it hit 1970, well, this is the writing of Bruce Lee, 1969. Bruce Lee said he give up Wing Chun. He create his Jeet Kune Do, and he said that Chinese martial art, including Wing Chun, is just land swimming. This is his word, land swimming. Well, you need to be careful. You need to be careful. People dig this thing up. Like this, have a 90K of view for subscriptions in YouTube. This is from the Chinese, the young Chinese. So he said that Bruce Lee said that he doesn't continue on Wing Chun. He run every day for his training. Sometimes he run for 6 miles. He's not wasting time to do sets like a 少年頭尋橋標誌. There's you cannot how to say that you cannot cover up things to the world. Now the young Chinese found out what you don't have, and that's what Bruce Lee said, 1970s. So after 1970s, of course, it evolved again. Okay, whatever is in the evolutions of 1900s, in 1900s, now you have a cosmetic facelift. Whatever happened, or the 1900 evolution, you have a cosmetic facelift with what? With movie and television series. And there's one evolution in 1970. Another evolution in 1970 is because Bruce Lee, people start to mix in different martial arts. So like today, you can see that people practice their Wing Chun sets, their Chi Sao, but when they fight with BJJ, they fight with Western boxing. So that is the 1970 evolution. Okay. And of course, then you have all these people who make up all kinds of things which is non-exist in the Chinese history. In fact, they don't even know what is going on. This grandmaster say that grandmaster that say that you go to China, you interview this grandmaster, that grandmaster. But did anybody tell you all these things? Pull out all this as what I share with you today? Okay. Now, so that's the evolutions of Wing Chun. And so if you don't solve that, you don't know what is the 1850s, what Wing Chun is really about, you'll never be able to fix your problem here. All this problem from 1975 to 2017, this is based on the 1865 Pro-Qing evolutions. You cannot do it. Why? Because when you don't have the momentum combo, you don't have the breathing, you don't have the body driving, you only have the hand techniques and the straight line and your chain pan. How do you really face the real world? 460 years ago, General Qi Guang already tell you what it is. Momentum combo. Even your Bong Chao is momentum combo. It's not standing down there, use your hand, try to block Mike Tyson like in the movie. Okay. Now, if you look at the family trees today, it is problematic. Like this is say Wing Chun family trees. And you see this. Tài Phá Miền Cám, this is Wang Hua Po. This going to Liang Zhan, this Feng Xiu Cheng. And then this going to Yin Kei San. And then here you can have all these people, Mui, Miu Sun, and everything. Well, is it real? Of course it's not, because in today's world, what we know is only this Tai Fa Ming Gam. Whatever before that, we don't know. So this group of people we know, because this group of people is the one who is Pro-Qing, who actually responsible for whatever have recorded in the snake crane. And as the grandson of Tai Fa Ming Gam's student, okay, there's a direct line. Tell us that they don't know what is it before. What is it before Tai Fa Ming Gam? So all these things are just, who know what is it? And they have no idea what is the 1850s Wing Chun. Okay, so this is one family tree. Another family tree will say this is Wing Chun, Ji Sim, and then So Sam Leong, and then this is Tai Fa Ming Gam Luk Gam, and then this is Leong Yi Tai and Leong Zhan. Well, this is a problem. Why? I just tell you just now in the beginning. In the 1850s Red Boat Opera, there's no woman, female, playing female role. So where is this So Sam Leong? The female actor is in the Red Boat with the anti-Qing, against Qing's Ji Sim. Sorry, 1850, you don't have those things. And Lok Kam here, and this Leong Yi Tai, Wang Hua Po, this all this Lok Kam, this Tai Fa Ming Kam. You only have this. This is only what you know. You don't know this. And in fact, this is all is the Pro-Qing people. Well, how can you argue with me? Okay. How can you argue with me that they are not Pro-Qing? With your Law Taiwan is a Qing officer. Are you an anti-Qing guy, Tai Fa Ming Gam, in the Red Boat for anti-Qing, teaching a Qing official? When while in the reality is everybody escape, everybody is on their run because they don't want to get executed in the real life. Okay, read that. So that's what happened in the history of Wing Chun period. So are we still going to create more things? Or you better get back your momentum combo. You get back your body driving. You get back your breathing. Like in the 1850, like the military training, which is planned for the uprising, like with the Hongsheng Tri-Leopard. Are we going to keep creating all this nonsense like this? Like this? Okay. Or, just talking nonsense like this? Oh, Wing Chun is from Shaolin Wing Chun. Wing Chun before is it is the Shaolin Wing Chun, now become Wing Chun. And then Wing Chun is from boxing. Or Wing Chun is Wang Chun. And all this white crane and all this thing. I mean, come on. Have you ever see that the Korean or Japanese get this fake this fake on their history? And are you going to create more? So to sum it up for you, Wing Chun is a respected martial art. Wing Chun's ancestor contribute to the overturn of the Qing dynasty to become today's modern China, because they belong to the Hongmen. Now they related to the Qigong Tong of the San Francisco. We support the Sun Yat-sen. And it is based on the military arts. So where is all this Tai Chi, you fly, I fly, internal, you know, all this thing, and but you don't even know that you don't have a momentum combo. Look at the Western boxing, it has a momentum combo. Look at Western boxing, it have the what? The slips and roll. There's the body driving. Look at everybody training your stamina. You don't have that? Are you serious? So if you want to fix it, you better know what it is. So this is what I'd like to share with you today. People love to put into the grandmaster, this grandmaster. But you look into the past 150 years of Pro-Qing Wing Chun. Are you serious there's grandmaster? Those who do opium, can they be grandmaster in a real fight? At any era. You look at the Hongga, the Iron Bridge 3, TQ3, took opium and screw up his martial arts. Hongga put it out there to show you, okay, don't do those kind of things. And yet you believe that this guy take opium, he's a grandmaster, that is a grandmaster. And then you check into that, you don't have the breathing training, you don't have this momentum combo, you don't have the body driving. So you know, even in the second evolutions, in the first evolution in the 1865, like the Snake Crane Wing Chun era, the Tai Fa Ming Kam era, it is already an incomplete art. It is a fragmented art. It is not par with even Choi Lei Fat at that time, which is using for military. Wing Chun after 1865 go into any military operations in China? You never see that. So sorry, this is the real life. One need to know what it is, where one come from, or else one not be able to fix it. If one continue to living in the hallucinations and delusions and try to sell money in America, in Europe with bullshit, you just put all these people, like our fellow American, into big trouble. Do you want your daughter to learn self-defense with those kinds of things? Does this thing have anything to do with your internal Tai Chi, Taoist, or anything? So this is what I like to talk straight with you. That's why I tell everybody, my best friend just passed away a few weeks ago, and funeral last week. I feel really sad. So I'm going to say things straight into your face, because I don't know if I die tomorrow, okay? So you guys who is serious do not get misleaded, because I'm a dead man. I put it this way. But you guys' life matter. Wing Chun matter. Wing Chun cannot continue on all this bullshit, okay? And you guys do not need to waste time and waste your life on nonsense.